the 1920s. The roar of the Jazz Age was sweeping across America. But in the Sunshine State of Florida, a different kind of rhythm was about to begin. Life in Florida was simpler then. The ocean breeze carried the scent of salt and citrus. Days were filled with sunshine and nights were lit by the stars. In these quiet corners of the world, stories unfold at their own pace. This is the story of one such life, a life that would make waves far beyond Florida's shores. This is the story of Evelyn Adams. Evelyn was born in 1920, the youngest child of Mary and John Adams. Theirs was a life built on hard work and simple joys. John, a fisherman, brought home the bounty of the sea.
The sea provides for us and we provide for it.
Mary, with her warm smile, filled their home with the aroma of freshly baked bread from the local bakery where she worked. They were humble beginnings, but their home overflowed with love.
Our home may be small, but it's filled with love and dreams.
Evelyn's first home was a modest wooden cottage nestled near the Florida coast. The rhythm of the ocean was the soundtrack to her childhood. The gentle roar of the waves lulled her to sleep each night. Even as a baby, Evelyn seemed drawn to the water. Her parents often found her gazing out the window, mesmerized by the ever-changing colors of the sea. The ocean held a strange allure for the young child, a silent invitation whispered on the breeze.
The sea always seems to call to her.
Mary would often hold Evelyn close, sharing stories of the sea while the salty air swirled around them.
Tell me more about the waves, Mama.
John, returning from a long day's work, would sit by their side, the day's catch shimmering at his feet.
The sea has many stories, Evelyn. You just have to listen.
Life was simple, yet filled with a quiet magic. Evelyn was surrounded by the love of her parents and the boundless beauty of the ocean. It was a childhood that would shape the woman she would become. As Evelyn grew, so did her fascination with the water. Trips to the beach were her greatest joy. The feel of the warm sand beneath her feet, the smell of salt air, the vastness of the ocean stretching out before her. It was exhilarating. She would spend hours by the water's edge, mesmerized by the crashing waves. Her tiny hands would reach out as if trying to grasp the retreating foam. Each ripple, each wave was a new discovery, a source of endless wonder.
Look, Papa, the waves are dancing.
John, a skilled swimmer himself, introduced Evelyn to the water's embrace. He would hold her close, letting her feel the buoyancy of the water, the gentle rocking of the waves.
Feel the water, Evelyn. Let it carry you.
Evelyn would erupt in giggles, her small body instinctively moving with the rhythm of the sea. For Evelyn, the ocean wasn't just a body of water. It was a playground, a confidant, a source of boundless joy. It was an integral part of her, shaping her spirit and fueling her dreams.
The ocean makes me feel alive, Papa.
And in those moments, the seeds of a lifelong passion were planted, nurtured by the waves and the love of her family. As Evelyn grew older, her fascination with the ocean transformed into a deep-seated passion. She was no longer content to merely observe from the shore.
I yearned to be part of the underwater world, to move with the grace and speed I saw in the marine life around me.
She would spend hours watching the older children swimming, their bodies cutting through the water with effortless ease. Their laughter and shouts of joy echoed across the waves, fueling Evelyn's desire to join them.
Recognizing our daughter's passion, Mary and I enrolled Evelyn in the local swimming club. It was a sacrifice for our working-class family, but we knew we couldn't deny her calling.
We believed in nurturing her talents, no matter how unconventional they seemed.
The swimming pool, with its clear blue water and marked lanes, was a far cry from the vastness of the ocean. But for Evelyn, it was a stepping stone, a place where she could hone her skills and chase her dreams. From her very first lesson, it was clear that Evelyn possessed a natural affinity for the water. Her small body moved with an innate grace and fluidity that belied her young age.
I thrived in the structured environment of the swimming club. I embraced the early morning practices, the rigorous training sessions, the constant push to improve.
Her instructors were astounded by her natural talent, her ability to glide through the water with effortless ease. Evelyn listened intently to her coaches, her young mind absorbing their every word, her body responding with an eagerness that surprised even the most seasoned trainers.
My dedication and natural talent soon translated into victories. I began competing in local swim meets, my small frame gliding through the water with the grace of a dolphin.
Evelyn quickly amassed a collection of medals and trophies, her name becoming synonymous with victory in the local swimming community. Evelyn's success wasn't just about winning, it was about the sheer joy she exuded in the water. Her passion was contagious, inspiring her teammates and captivating the spectators. She was a force of nature, a rising star in the making. As Evelyn blossomed into her teenage years, her passion for swimming only intensified. She approached her training with a quiet determination that belied her age.
My days started before the sun peeked over the horizon. I could be found at the local pool, my lean body cutting through the water with a quiet intensity.
The chill of the morning air did nothing to dampen her spirit. If anything, it seemed to fuel her resolve. Afternoons were spent honing her skills, refining her technique, building her endurance.
I wasn't satisfied with simply being good. I strived for excellence in every aspect of my swimming. I studied the movements of champion swimmers, analyzing their strokes, their turns, their every move.
Evelyn's dedication was unwavering. She understood that success in the pool was a direct result of the sacrifices she made outside of it. She adhered to a strict diet, mindful of the fuel her body needed to perform at its peak.
My life was a delicate balance: schoolwork, training, family time. But I faced it all with a maturity and focus that impressed everyone around me. I was determined to make my mark on the world, one stroke at a time.
While Evelyn's peers were enjoying the carefree days of adolescence, she was living a life of unwavering discipline. Her days were long and demanding, a constant juggling act between her studies and her rigorous training schedule.
I would rise before dawn, my alarm clock a jarring contrast to the sound of the ocean waves crashing against the shore just beyond my window. A quick breakfast, and then I was out the door, my swim bag slung over my shoulder, my mind already focused on the challenges that lay ahead.
School was a welcome respite from the physical demands of training, but Evelyn approached her studies with the same dedication she brought to the pool. She was a bright student, her mind as sharp as her swimming skills. She understood that education was her passport to a brighter future, even if her heart belonged to the water.
Afternoons were reserved for training, hours spent honing my craft under the watchful eye of my coach. The pool became my sanctuary, a place where I could push my limits, test my endurance, and chase my dreams.
Evenings were a blur of homework, family dinners, and early bedtimes. Evelyn's life was a constant cycle of discipline and dedication, fueled by a passion that burned brighter than ever. Word of Evelyn's talent spread beyond her small town. Her performances at regional competitions were turning heads. She had become a force to be reckoned with, her speed and agility unmatched.
It was during one such competition that I earned the nickname, the Dolphin. As I glided through the water, my movements were so fluid, so effortless.
Evelyn embraced the nickname, seeing it as a testament to her connection with the water. She was the dolphin, ready to make waves on a larger stage. Evelyn's meteoric rise in the swimming world didn't go unnoticed. Coach Martin, a renowned swimming coach known for his ability to spot and nurture raw talent, had heard whispers of a young prodigy from Florida. Intrigued, he decided to see for himself if the rumors were true.
I had an eye for potential, an uncanny ability to see beyond times and medals, to recognize the heart of a champion. I had coached numerous Olympic athletes, my name synonymous with success at the highest level of competitive swimming.
When he arrived at the modest pool where Evelyn trained, he did so unannounced, his presence unnoticed amidst the flurry of activity. He watched from a distance as Evelyn went through her paces, his keen eyes missing nothing.
I observed her stroke, her technique, the way she moved through the water with an almost preternatural grace. But it was her work ethic, her sheer determination that truly impressed me. Evelyn approached her training with a seriousness and focus that belied her young age.
Coach Martin knew he was witnessing something special, a rare combination of talent, dedication, and an unquenchable thirst for excellence. He approached Evelyn after her training session, his demeanor calm and assured, his eyes twinkling with a hint of excitement. Coach Martin's arrival marked a turning point in Evelyn's life. Under his expert guidance, Evelyn's training regimen was elevated. He pushed her harder than ever before, but he also understood her limits.
I see in you the potential for greatness, Evelyn. You have the makings of a true champion.
He refined her technique, maximizing her efficiency, and instilled the importance of mental fortitude.
I won't let you down, Coach. I promise.
Evelyn thrived under Coach Martin's tutelage. She embraced the challenges, fueled by the knowledge she was on the cusp of her dreams. Evelyn's hard work culminated in a moment of triumph. She qualified for the Olympic trials, a source of immense pride for her family, friends, and community.
I did it. I really did it.
Evelyn Adams, the girl who had spent countless hours honing her skills, was now on the verge of representing her country. She was ready. The 1936 Olympic Games, Berlin, Germany. The city was a whirlwind of excitement and anticipation. Athletes from around the world, their dreams held tight, converged on this global stage. But beneath the festive facade, a darker reality cast a long shadow. The Nazi regime, with its message of hate and division, loomed large over the Games. The world watched, holding its breath as the spectacle unfolded. For Evelyn, the political climate was a distant rumble. Her focus remained unwavering on the water, on the challenge ahead.
I have to stay focused. This is my moment.
The Olympic Village was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and dreams. Evelyn, a small-town girl thrust onto the world stage, navigated this new environment with a quiet grace. She embraced the camaraderie of her fellow athletes, their shared passion for their sport transcending national boundaries. The weight of expectation sat heavy on Evelyn's young shoulders. She was no longer just competing for herself, but for her country, for all those who believed in her. Yet, she never lost sight of the joy that had drawn her to the water in the first place. The pool was her sanctuary, a place where the noise and chaos of the outside world faded away. It was just her, the water, and the pursuit of excellence. The stands were a sea of faces, a cacophony of sound. Flags fluttered, banners waved, and the roar of the crowd was deafening. The 100-meter freestyle, Evelyn's first event. She stepped onto the starting block, her heart pounding in her chest.
I can do this. I was born for this moment. The starting pistol fired, a sharp crack that echoed through the stadium.
Evelyn exploded off the block, her body slicing through the water. The crowd roared as she surged forward, stroke after powerful stroke.
Almost there. Just a little more.
Evelyn was ready to make history. Evelyn touched the wall, her body a blur of motion.
I did it. I really did it.
The scoreboard confirmed it. Evelyn Adams was an Olympic champion. The crowd erupted, their cheers washing over her.
This is unbelievable.
Tears welled up as she stood on the podium, the national anthem playing. Evelyn's victory was just the beginning.
Each race is a new challenge, a new opportunity.
She faced each race with focus and intensity.
Remember, Evelyn, it's not just about winning. It's about giving it your all.
She drew strength from her teammates, coach, and family.
I'm doing this for everyone who believed in me.
Evelyn shattered world records, captivating audiences worldwide.
You've become a symbol of excellence, Evelyn. Keep pushing.
Evelyn left Berlin with 3 gold medals and 2 world records.
It's not just about the medals. It's about the journey, the hard work, and the belief.
Her story inspired people from all walks of life.
If my story can inspire even one person, then it's all worth it.
She had become a symbol of hope and the power of the human spirit. True victory extended far beyond the podium. Evelyn's return to America was extraordinary.
As my ship sailed into New York Harbor, the sight took my breath away.
Ticker tape parades, celebratory dinners, and countless interviews followed.
Through it all, I remained grounded, my values rooted in family and training.
Evelyn handled the spotlight with grace and humility. She was ready to use her platform to inspire and make a difference. The roar of the crowd faded and life found a new rhythm for Evelyn.
The fire that fueled my Olympic dreams now burned towards a new goal, sharing my love of swimming with others.
She envisioned a place where children could experience the joy of swimming.
I was determined to open a swimming school.
With grit and determination, Evelyn threw herself into this new challenge.
The construction of the Evelyn Adams Swimming School became a true labor of love.
The Evelyn Adams Swimming School opened its doors, a beacon of hope.
As a coach, I approached my role with passion and dedication.
Her teaching went beyond swimming techniques.
News of my swimming school spread, drawing children from all corners.
Evelyn's dedication was reflected in the smiling faces of the children. She had found a different kind of gold. Evelyn's influence extended beyond her swimming school.
I became a vocal advocate for equality and opportunity.
She challenged societal norms, inspiring change.
My advocacy extended beyond sports to civil rights.
Evelyn used her platform to shine a light on important issues. She embraced the responsibility that came with her fame. Years passed, but Evelyn remained a constant presence at her swimming school.
My legacy was etched in the countless lives I had touched.
Evelyn's story had become woven into the fabric of the community.
My legacy continued to spread outwards, touching countless lives.
She was a living legend, a symbol of hope. Her legacy continued to inspire generations. The Florida sun marked the passage of time.
My hair is now a crown of silver, each strand a testament to a life lived with purpose.
Her days were filled with joy and fulfillment at her swimming school.
Children flocked to my side, eager to hear my stories.
She shared tales of her triumphs and challenges. More importantly, she listened to the dreams of the next generation. Evelyn's legacy extended far beyond medals and accolades.
I had become a pillar of the community, my story resonating with people.
Local newspapers featured her story, inspiring new generations.
The street where my swimming school stood was renamed Evelyn Adams Way.
For Evelyn, the greatest reward was the impact she had on others. It was about the ripples of inspiration that spread from her small corner of the world. One sunny afternoon, as Evelyn sat by the pool, her gaze fixed on the children gliding through the water, a young girl approached her. She was new to the school, her eyes wide with a mixture of excitement and apprehension.
Mrs. Adams, I want to be a swimmer just like you.
Evelyn smiled, her heart warmed by the girl's innocent admiration. She looked into the girl's eyes, seeing in them the same spark, the same yearning for something more that had ignited her own journey all those years ago.
Swimming is a beautiful sport. It teaches you so much about yourself, about dedication, about never giving up.
She reached out, her hand wrinkled with age but still strong, gently covering the young girl's.
But the most important thing is to find joy in the water. Let the water be your guide, your teacher, your friend, and never, ever give up on your dreams.
The young girl nodded, her eyes shining with newfound determination. In that simple exchange, a torch had been passed, a legacy affirmed. The spirit of the dolphin, the indomitable Evelyn Adams, lived on, its essence woven into the fabric of the swimming school, rippling outwards, touching the lives of generations to come. Evelyn. The dolphin. Adam's story began in the quiet coastal towns of Florida. It blossomed in the chlorinated blue of swimming pools and reached its zenith on the world stage. Her journey reminds us that greatness doesn't always begin with fanfare. Sometimes it starts with a whisper, a dream nurtured in the heart of a child.
My legacy is one of unwavering determination, of pushing boundaries, and of inspiring others to reach for their dreams. I taught that limitations are self-imposed, and that with unwavering belief, anything is possible.
Evelyn Adams' story is a timeless tale, as vast and inspiring as the ocean itself. It's a story that continues to ripple outwards, touching lives and inspiring hearts, reminding us that the human spirit, like the dolphin, is capable of extraordinary grace, power, and resilience.